Podcast, episode number 198. My mic probably is going to shit the bed in a second because it's just been doing that since we got on Zoom about 15 minutes ago. And it's been doing that every time I use Zoom, and nothing against Zoom.
Doing it. It's doing it.
Yeah.
It's doing it.
It only does it here. It only does it on Zoom. It doesn't do it on Skype, but then Skype doesn't record half the shit that we do.
Gotta use Zoom.
Yeah, we have to, but I need this mic.
What about the other mic that you said you had? The one you got before quarantine started?
I probably should give that one a shot next week.
The really nice one that he bought that we can't use.
Really
in
nice
person
one.
Yeah, that one.
That might be the go-to here.
You know what?
Nick and I had some plans for this show with some nice equipment and everything.
Yeah, and then the
freaking pandemic hit.
I'm gonna blow into this thing like it's a Nintendo cartridge and see if that works.
Oh goodness! Viewer discretion advised.
This thing is on tight.
So, anyways, how are you, Jared?
I'm great. You know, we're excited. I'm gonna be on the Twitch stream tonight with Waleed playing some Call of Duty. That'd be fun.
No way! Let's go.
What time?
Yeah, man. Later. Yeah, Wally's a late dude, so I told him I'd jump on. I've been promising him for like 2 months, so I told him I'd jump on and play some Call of Duty with him.
Oh, I'm staying up now to watch that. By the way, check out
You're
our
not
Twitch
gonna
stream.
stay up, you old man.
No, I will stay up for that. I will stay
You
up
don't
till
stay up.
about 10 o'clock.
I
That's like when
I texted Diego and Al last night at like 9, and nobody answered.
Yeah, they're old
They
men.
both texted me this morning. They're like, "Sorry, I was asleep."
Yeah,
like,
I knocked out so.
Guys, I don't
early.
even go to bed that early, and I have a child.
I text you like at midnight, and you'll answer immediately.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I got your back. I'm your boy.
I mean,
I
no,
do better work at night.
I understand. I get sleeping. Like, your sleep matters. Sleep's important. But I was just shocked. Nothing against you. I was just shocked that you were sleeping.
No, I usually go to bed like at 10, 10:30 at the latest. Just because I got to get up at 6 every morning. So I want to get a decent chunk of sleep.
Baby back bitch.
Hey, go change a diaper, you old man.
I can't. I don't. She just got her diaper changed before I came on.
Did you change it?
Yes, 100%.
Good
I'm a
job.
good father. I change my kids' diapers.
You know what? I'm proud of you. That can't be said for everybody. So you know what? Credit to you.
I rock my kiddo to sleep. I change her diapers, and I play with her.
All right, we're back on this mic. 0% chance that it stays. I blew in the cartridge. I'm surprised it's held up this long. So, anyway, we got any other?
There it is. There it is. It's back. Unplug it. Retire that baby. It's going.
Is there a way for me to switch into? You think I'm cutting this out? You're crazy. Is there a
No,
way?
100% no.
Is there a way for me to switch into the app? Does this thing still have a microphone on it like it used to on the
I think
headphones?
it's coming through it.
Yeah, it's coming through fine.
Is it coming through this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Back it
that
up
was
there, fella.
Yeah, back it up a little. Now talk. Now talk.
Whoa.
Now
Is
talk.
it's coming through this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good look for you.
Now, if I do that,
It sounds like okay. Yeah, you're good.
it
Yeah,
sounds
fine.
good, beautiful, perfect. All right.
Your voice is already loud enough, so it's just going to sound louder. It's okay.
The monarchy of Apple coming through again.
It's a beautiful thing. The only reason I have a Mac, and Mac computers last forever. Like, I've had this thing for years, but as part of the reason why I have Mac, I've got an iPhone, I've got a Mac. I can text straight from here. Everything links up. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Now, does it piss me off when they just change the jacks on everything? Yeah, absolutely. But it's worth it at points. So anyway, I got my new golf clubs this weekend.
Ooh, can't wait.
As I texted Jared, dude, they're
It's
good.
almost golf season. It's almost golf season, baby.
They're nice. I'm pumped about them.
I got an email yesterday saying the golf course near me is opening tentatively on the 26th of March, pending snow.
Ooh.
I think the golf course that I go to, it's not, believe me, it's not a club. It's in Attleboro.
Oh, yeah, it's not a club.
No, it's not a club at all. I love this place, though. It's so stupid. They're one of those places that don't water the fairway, so, like, come August, everything is brown. So if you hit it into the ground, it's still going to go, like, 200 yards because it just fires across the dead grass.
Love that.
But I think they've been open all winter. I think they've just been letting people go.
There are some golf courses that will do that. Obviously, if they're under, like, a foot of snow, they won't do it. But, like, there are some golf courses that are like, nah, the snow's not there. Don't really care. Go ahead. Go play.
Yeah, there's a few near me that do that too, that are open pretty much year round.
I'm
Sorry.
itching for golf season.
Oh, me too. But no, this
That means
place.
Red Sox season.
Oh, it was 57 degrees here today
Yeah, there's
down near
60 up here.
Boston.
It was
Oh
beautiful
my
out.
God.
It's gonna be warmer
So
tomorrow.
this kind of weather every year makes me not want to live literally anywhere that gets cold. I don't want to do cold anymore. I just don't.
Nope.
It sucks.
And then what New England teases you, this like week will be warm, and then it's gonna be cold with a chance of snow next week. You watch, it's gonna happen. And it's like, nope. I think I want to move to San Diego where it's 70 all the time, and I can just be outside all the time.
50% chance of snow next Thursday.
No
There you go.
way.
Told you, it's not done yet, Nick. It's not done. We're not done. This is New England saying, "Hey, stay. You like me? It's springtime. We turn the clocks up. We get more sunlight this weekend. Fuck you. It's gonna snow."
The extra sun coming up this weekend is awesome too.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
That's what
Well,
I'm
it'll be-
jacked up about. The sun,
It's-
vitamin D.
Yeah, it'll get dark at like 6:45 instead of 5:45. It'd be great. It's the best time of the year. But then it's gonna fucking snow.
Sorry,
The Patriots. Hey,
Sorry, I've got a message that I'm tending to right now. I'm trying to sort out some information. It's business related. That's why I'm a little distracted.
is it business or sources? Is it a quag tinkly sources?
Oh no, it's business.
That's no fun.
No, this is a terrible time for this to happen. But I get this. This is something I have to answer right now, and I'm mid show. But I can't tell this person that I'm mid show.
I mean, you could.
I mean, I'm answering a work email too, so it's all good.
Guys, none of us committed to the show besides me.
No, we are. This is just something I
You
can't
cannot
ignore.
talk about commitment.
What is
at all.
happening here?
You
Are we
cannot
just
talk
breaking
at all.
Yeah,
down?
you prioritize your baby over this show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nick,
Yeah.
you show up on the Twitch channel and then we'll talk. Okay.
What time?
Jared, Jared,
you didn't give me your
Jared,
time tonight.
This is your first time getting on the Twitch channel. You can't get all high and mighty now.
Lies.
This is your first time playing. When was the first time? When was the first time?
Into the Triangle Podcast, episode number 37, brought to you by Couch Guy Sports. Thank you very much.
With gaming. When was the first time you did it with gaming?
Well, you didn't specify gaming. I was on the channel.
Fine. We were both on the channel at the same time doing the podcast. Yes,
go.
I will give you that. Gaming, when have you done it?
No, this is the first time.
Okay, then shut up and go
Didn't
on it a
specify.
few times, and then you go from there.
Out. Play Call of Duty like a real man, and then we can talk. Okay?
You gotta
No.
play Warzone.
Enough
It's
of
the
this
only video game
Fortnite
that I like
crap.
to play.
Enough of this
Hey,
Fortnite crap.
listen.
Fortnite's
At
like
least-
10 years ago.
Listen, at least we get dubs. That's all that matters. We bring entertainment to the channel. People come to watch us win, and we get more viewers.
I'm pretty
You're
sure I'm
welcome.
going to bring entertainment to the channel, and I suck.
Because of how much you
So-
suck. Yes, but how much you
That's not a lie.
suck.
I don't suck at Call of Duty. I suck at Fortnite.
That's totally fair. Quags, when are you getting on the Twitch stream there, bud?
Sorry,
Never.
see
I'm
Quack's
still
play-
dealing with this business. I'm distracted. I'm sorry.
You should see Quags play Warzone.
I'm terrible
Oh.
at it.
Goodness.
He just tries. He gets like one kill. He tries to like scab across the edge of the map, and then like eventually gets all the shit in the world, and then we go in and we die.
Does he get one? Does he get one kill and he's just like, yes, let's go, yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get
Basically.
jacked up.
Yeah, he gets jacked up.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's not one. If all of us Warzone players out there who are listening, he doesn't like to land like downtown or like Superstore, any of that stuff. He likes to land like on the edge of the map.
I like to land in places that not a lot of people go to.
There, yep, there we go.
That's actually kind of
So
smart.
I can
not gonna
live.
lie. No,
What's
he's
in-
smart. He's smart.
Or you could be good at the game, land with a lot of people, get kills, level up, get some money, and still live. You know, just saying.
Okay, my business is now tended to. Now I can focus.
Okay, good. Thank you for your attention. Once
Listen,
a week, we just
sometimes-
ask for your
All right,
attention.
episode number 198, Coach Guy Sports Podcast.
Yeah, for real.
Oh no, we're not starting over.
No, I know.
This is
But
this
we're
is
not-
what we're rocking with. But you know what we got to get into? The weekly dump. We're back, baby. Great news for the NHL. Massive news for the NHL. ESPN is signing a 7-year deal with the NHL as part of the league's new U.S. media rights package. That's massive for the league. Maybe they're actually going to get some attention for once. Bruins coach Bruce Cassidy announced for tonight's game, we record this on Tuesday, March 9th, that forward Jake DeBrusk has been benched and is listed as a healthy scratch. That's big news for DeBrusk and Bruins fans because DeBrusk has been wildly underwhelming this year. And I'm not ready to give up on him by any means, but it's as a Bruins fan that you had high hopes for him a couple years ago. He really hasn't progressed into that guy that a lot of us thought he was going to be, because he really, I don't know if you guys remember when Jake DeBrusk first came onto the scene for the Bruins. He looked like he was going to be an offensive stud, and he's really regressed. And Bruce Cassidy cited when talking to the media, he said, quote, "We feel we're not getting the effort required." So my favorite thing about Bruce
Kicking the
Cassidy,
pants.
my
Kick in the
favorite
pants.
thing about Bruce Cassidy is like he doesn't sugarcoat it.
Nope.
That's
It's a kick in the pants. That's
it's
what this is.
beautiful and it's
DeBrusk.
refreshing.
And that's
DeBrusk
why
needs a kick in the pants, and this is it.
and that's why he's respected by everybody in that locker room.
Breaking first thing this morning, did not expect this whatsoever. Trent Brown, Super Bowl champion, Trent Brown, left
Brown.
tackle,
Welcome home.
is coming back.
He's back.
6'8", left tackle, went to Las Vegas, got paid big there. He's been traded to the Patriots, and he's reworked his deal to be a 1-year contract, which I don't know too many details about that, but it's worth up to $11 million as part of the deal. We're going to talk about that more. Yankees reliever Zach Britton is set to have elbow surgery. The surgery to remove a bone chip from his elbow will miss at least a month.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
Is that Chris Sale?
Nathan Eovaldi.
Also, don't worry, because Adam Ottavino's going to close games for them now. It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay.
Wait.
Oh.
Whoops.
About that.
Dak Prescott.
Oh,
he got the bag. We were worried about him last year. Dak Prescott, I feel like, is very well liked by a lot of fans. Not just Cowboys fans, but he's been a great advocate for mental health. And Dak Prescott, after he got his serious injury last year, a lot of people were worried that he wasn't going to get this contract, but he got it 4 years, $160 million. And breaking right before we started recording the show, Titans have cut cornerback Malcolm Butler. And with a lot of franchise tagging going on today, or at least the news, there are some free agent receivers that we talked about previously that are not apparently going to be on the market for the Patriots to go after. And one is Chris Godwin. Tampa Bay has decided to franchise tag him. And Allen Robinson, Chicago Bears receiver.
How pissed is Allen Robinson?
And he's also pissed. He's liking tweets right now where people are bashing the franchise tag.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't want to be there.
And speaking of franchise tag news, Joe Tooney looks like he is not getting franchise tagged by the Patriots. To me, that signals he's going elsewhere. He's probably going to be the highest paid guard in the NFL. He deserves it. He's one of the best, if not the best.
Mm-hmm.
He's phenomenal, but looks like he's going to be gone. And plus, with this Trent Brown news today, too, that kind of shows me that he's gone. And that's the weekly dump.
Marcus Cannon's probably gone, too.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Marcus Cannon.
Please sign David Andrews.
So we're gonna talk more about that in a second. But guys, did you fill out your bracket yet? Because our sponsors, Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming, want to remind you to do so. Listen, they're an amazing company. Their precision engineered tools for your family jewels will help you turn that Kentucky Wildcat in your pants into a South Carolina Gamecock. Manscaped, this is the rated R version I picked, by the way. They gave me two versions, one PG, one rated R. I went rated R. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide, including me and Jared now. And we have an exclusive offer for my college basketball fans, 20% off with free shipping with the code CouchGuy20 at manscaped.com. Listen, we've all had our manscaping accidents before. We've talked about mine a million times. I thought you had to use scissors when you were younger, and that is not the case, especially if I knew Manscaped existed, I wouldn't have fallen for this stupid mistake that I made as a young child when I clipped my nuts with the scissors. That wouldn't have happened with Manscaped. Guys, Manscaped has created the best ball hair trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. Their trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. In addition, this trimmer comes with an LED light for a more precise shave and is waterproof to make your shower shave clean and easy. The Lawnmower 3.0 comes inside their brand-new Perfect Package 3.0, which is the MVP of men's grooming kits, the Mike Trout, as you might call it. The Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 also includes the crop preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant, and moisturizer, which is perfect as the golf season approaches. Speaking of sweaty and sticky balls, I am thankful for the Crop Reviver. This product, along with the Crop Preserver, is the ultimate defense from sweating, smelling, and sticking. Manscaped threw in 2 free gifts into their perfect package, a pair of high-performance Manscaped boxer briefs that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day, and a travel shed bag to store all of your grooming goodies. And listen to this. Your perfect package purchase, or just your purchase in general, goes towards a good cause because they partnered with the GOAT, Alex Caruso, and their Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men age 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls trademark initiative. Get 20% off with free shipping with the code CouchGuy20 at manscaped.com. Join the Manscaped movement, and start taking care of your balls today. Every purchase at manscaped.com goes towards contributions made to the Testicular Cancer Society. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using promo code CouchGuy20. Be the best ball handler this year with Manscaped.
Not one of your best ad reads. Not going to lie. A little rusty.
He's so focused on his freaking business.
I know.
No, listen, I agree.
You were gonna try to come with something. I was gonna say, just play it back, and then you'll know I'm right.
It's not one of my best. Usually, and not to pat myself on the back. Usually, I'm pretty good with ad reads.
No, you are.
I hand up. I didn't read it before the show. So I wasn't. But hey, whatever. We got the point across. We got the point across. Manscaped.com, CouchGuy20. Help out balls. So yeah, big news today at the Patriots, at least. Woke up this morning, not to brag, 5:30 a.m. No big
news for the Raiders too, by the way.
And big news for the Raiders. So the Patriots made a trade for Trent Brown, left tackle, and while we could dissect, I guess, left tackle trades for the Patriots, I think that this signals one thing, and I told you guys this via text. The Patriots are going to be aggressive this offseason.
Trading for Trent Brown shows, okay, I want to be good. And I said this earlier on Twitter. A good offensive line, like a badass offensive line, is pretty attractive to a quarterback as well as weapons. And obviously, they need to get weapons. Like, there's no question about that. But imagine a young quarterback behind this offensive line, learning, understanding the game, trusting that he's not going to get his ass kicked back there. Like, this is a great offensive line for a young quarterback or a fragile quarterback who can't stay healthy, a.k.a. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep. Jimmy Garoppolo. And as we just get further into the offseason, I just half expect Jimmy G to come to the Patriots at this point. But also, and we're going to talk about this later on too with Jimmy, I don't 100% buy that the 49ers are just going to trade him because they need to have another plan in place first. And so far, there's no other plan in place. Like, why?
Well, this is what you do. You draft a young dude. You can't not have a quarterback before free agency starts because you need the receiver help.
What position do they have in the draft?
49ers?
Yes. Do we know?
I can look that up.
Look that up. But they're going to have to make another move, whether that be a guy like Kirk Cousins, whether that be a guy like Matt Ryan. I would not be surprised.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
By the way, I meant to bring this up to you guys. Fitzpatrick is not coming here because, as we've heard, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, the Patriots have checked in on every available potential quarterback.
They hate them all.
If there's no interest for Ryan Fitzpatrick, and that's part of the reason why he retired, or is potentially going to retire because of the little interest, that tells me the Patriots haven't even shown subtle interest in the guy.
So, by the way, 49ers have the 12th overall pick. Wouldn't surprise me if they maybe traded up in the draft to draft a quarterback. That's what a few mock drafts have said.
They could draft a quarterback, and if they do, and if they plan on it, then Jimmy's probably going to be available. But there are other names too, like even a Sam Darnold. If the Jets end up trading Sam Darnold away, That's another guy. I think Sam Darnold, it would be the best thing for his career if he ended up in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, because Shanahan might be able to turn his career around.
There are a lot of quarterbacks that San Francisco should value higher than Jimmy, just for the transparency of this. And if they can get even one of them, Jimmy G gets shaken free and he comes here. Like, I think for Jimmy, almost think his ideal situation is to come back, because you're going to come to a team that wants you, that values you, that have a head coach that really wants you there. You know that Kyle Shanahan doesn't want him back if they can help him. They're looking. We know they're actively looking. Bill Belichick would be all in with Jimmy Garoppolo. That was his guy when they drafted him. They didn't want to trade him in the first place. He comes back here. Think about the fans. Jimmy Garoppolo gets showered with praise if he comes back here as the Patriots.
Think about all those Patriots fans who bought a backup quarterback's jersey.
There you go. It's back in relevance.
And think about this, too. They're probably looking at Deshaun Watson. They might even be looking at Teddy Bridgewater. And like we just said, too, they might even try to trade up in the draft to get one of these quarterbacks. So if you're trying every possible way to get a quarterback, isn't that a telltale sign that, yeah, Jimmy, we don't want you here for the long term? It would just make sense to come back to New England.
The thing is, free agency starts next week, right?
This upcoming Monday.
The week from, yeah. So next week, free agency starts. Do you want to go sign Hunter Henry, who just was told the franchise tag is not going to be placed on him and he's a free agent? You have other guys out there that are free agents. If you don't have any sort of new quarterback on your roster by then, why is he even going to talk to you?
Right. Listen, these next 2 weeks for the Patriots might be huge.
Yeah. Now, I know Kyle Rudolph, who we talked about last week, Al, said he's very interested in playing for the Patriots, and that's without a quarterback. So that could be a name too. But, like, they need something in place other than Cam Newton before free agency is really, like, done with. And so, like, in the next 2 weeks, I need something at the quarterback position, whether it is a Jimmy Garoppolo situation or you bring in a free agent just to appeal whoever's coming in. And then if you drop the young guy, that gets figured out when that happens. But they need to do something.
So just tying it back to Trent Brown, I mean, first of all, like, I like the guy a lot. I think he was awesome the year that he was here, but I think that
it's a great trade.
Oh, yeah, and especially for the low cost that you got him for. But I think a lot of Patriots fans, I think we have to temper expectations a little bit, because people got to remember, before he came here, there was that reputation that he was lazy, that he didn't like to work hard. And that was a concern when he got here. And then you've got the offensive line whisperer in Dante Scarnecchia there, who, as reports say, was just all over Trent Brown. Really, really got him to step up. Trent Brown loved him. And Trent Brown even posted a picture of Dante Scarnecchia today in part of his celebration. He loves to be back here. And that's why I'm not too concerned over it, because I think
he wants to be here.
I think he genuinely wants to be here, and I think he'll work his ass off for Bill Belichick. I do.
Yep.
But I think it's also worth noting to keep an eye on that, to make sure that you watch that, because it could maybe pop itself back up. Now, as far as what's going to happen here with the offensive line, Isaiah Wynn, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure he was a guard in college. So He was Georgia's guard. And when he was drafted, it was drafted as a left tackle. We knew that, so he moved over to left tackle. You could move Isaiah Wynn into right tackle. So then you've got that offensive line. I'm going to say, hypothetically, you bring back David Andrews. So then you've got Brown, Wynn, Andrews, Mason, and Cannon. But that leads off, I can never pronounce his name. No matter if I hear it.
Onwenu.
Okay.
Onwenu.
So he
Mikey-O.
Yes, Mikey O. He showed last year. He proved to me at least that he's capable to be a starting offensive lineman, and you can put him there at left guard, assuming that Joe Thuney's gone. So with that, there's an odd man out, and to me, you could take a very talented left tackle, as we've seen, in Isaiah Wynn, and you can use him as part of a trade package. And he might even be an attractive option for San Francisco.
Ew. You're not trading Wynn. No. You trade
Why
Marvin.
not?
You get rid of Marcus. Marcus Cannon's the odd man out here.
But
Isaiah, they're not going to trade Isaiah Wynn. They value that position so much.
He's had a lot of leg problems since he's gotten here. And what kind of team? You'll get more in return from Isaiah Wynn.
But that's also another reason why teams are going to be hesitant to take him, because of his past injury history.
But he's still young.
Yeah, no, I think there's upside. Like, I think if you're going to trade him, you'll get something for him.
I'm a big fan of Isaiah Wynn. Big fan. I think he's a very, very good left tackle. But if you're going to make a trade, he might be the guy that you trade.
But I think you're downgrading your offensive line for that potential next quarterback.
See, I don't know if you are because Uwenu, Mikey O, he showed last year that he's a very capable offensive lineman. So then even if you take,
so you value Cannon that much. You want Cannon here.
Cannon's a very since ESPN New Hampshire, I've been a Cannon guy.
Oh,
I used to argue with you guys all the time about it because that one
he's
year,
a revolving door back then. He was a turnstile. Come on
because he had to come in for Nate Solder because Nate Solder had a torn bicep. So Marcus Cannon shows up. This guy sucks, and then he moves over to right tackle, and then Steve Accardi, our buddy, is still arguing with me that Marcus Cannon still sucks at right tackle. I'm like, God, what are we watching? He's been very good this year. He's been very good this year.
I know you're listening, Steve. What's up, bud?
I miss Steve. We haven't talked to Steve in a long time. I haven't talked to Steve in a long time.
Months ago. He texted me a couple months ago. I miss Ross, too.
I miss Ross, too. He texted me on my birthday, and it was very appreciated. But no, Marcus Cannon, I do value a lot. Mm-hmm. For a long-term plan, I think trading Wynn isn't the smartest idea because he's your left tackle for a while.
Do we think Belichick's in the long term? It feels like he's up in for next year. Like it feels like
I feel like he's getting ready for next season.
He knows Tom's coming back to Gillette next year.
He very well knows that they are a potential Super Bowl contender again. Tampa Bay.
With fans coming into the stands this time. So there's going to be fans in Gillette Stadium when Tom Brady returns. So they're going to turn on the Patriots very quickly with Tommy Boy back in the house. So this team needs to be pretty decent in Bill's eyes. I want them to be good long term. If this year's not a great year, if they're figuring out the quarterback position, from a logical fan perspective, whatever. From a Patriot honk perspective, what story is better? Patriots suck and Brady comes in and you get to taunt Brady in front of Bill, or Bill and Brady go at it head to head and have a good game. That's what you have to decide.
That's what I'm saying. I think Bill is loading up for next year, and I think this first move to get Trent Brown, like I said earlier today on Twitter, you don't trade for Trent Brown if you're not trying to build a very competitive team this year. Mm-hmm. And I think the Patriots, if I had to put money on it, I think the Patriots somehow end up with Jimmy Garoppolo.
So granted,
Hunter Henry or Kyle Rudolph, one of those two.
I was just about to say, granted, you have to get a quarterback, but as far as other needs and stuff, who do you guys think is the next domino to fall?
It's one of those two tight ends. It's a tight end spot. Because I thought Allen Robinson was going to be the one. Like, I legit thought he was the option, him and Jimmy Garoppolo coming here. I mean,
I didn't think Allen Robinson was coming here.
No, I didn't either.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah. I mean, now he's not going anywhere, and he's going to be pissed. But, look, they need a tight end. I don't know what they think about Asiasi. Obviously, tight ends flourish year 2, year 3. So maybe you bring in one of those two and then let Asiasi get some more reps this year with whoever's at quarterback. With a decent offensive line. Like, I don't think they're in any position to bail on Asiasi yet by any means.
Or Dalton Keene too.
Or Asiasi seems more of a legit pass catching threat, but like out of those two,
Asiasi was supposed to be
like
a legit tight end.
Right.
Yeah, and maybe he still would be, right? Like I said, year 2, year 3 are the 2 years that really tight ends start to show themselves. But like, if you give me Kyle Rudolph or Hunter Henry in front of him and let him bloom while those guys are here, Jimmy Garoppolo is your quarterback, like. That's okay, decent. And then Jacoby Myers and all these guys. Like, you don't have to have the stars of the world at receiver position if you have a solid tight end and a decent quarterback.
But you still need a number one receiving threat, though. It would at least help.
Of course, it would help. But what if your tight end becomes your number one receiving threat? Look at Travis Kelce. He's their number one threat by far.
Yeah, but
I know you have other guys, but like, if you took Tyreek Hill off the Chiefs, Travis Kelce is still good enough to win you a Super Bowl. He averaged like 100. He averaged like 150 passing yards last year. Like, are you kidding me? Nick, please back me up on this one.
I don't know.
All right, who's this? I'm looking up.
Business.
No, I'm not. I'm looking up who the remaining receivers are on the free agent market.
Okay. There's here.
Benny
Galladay. No. Quack, go away. Quacks, go away for a second. Al. Quacks. If look at the Chiefs. If Tyreek Hill is no longer on the Chiefs, aren't they still good enough to win a Super Bowl with Travis Kelce as their legit number one threat?
I would
with
say
Sammy Watkins, their running game, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know. I think they would be a contender, but
yeah, they're good enough. They're a contender.
I think they're legit. Like, I think they could. Yeah, Warriors. They would definitely take a step back for sure. But
Tyreek Hill, but
they would take a major step back because I don't really know who's their next option. Hardman.
Yeah, Hardman. You still have Sammy Watkins. You're decent.
Watkins is not good anymore.
Yeah, I'm not saying Jared.
No, sorry. He's good, but he's not Sammy Watkins of old.
Yeah, but my point is, what I'm trying to say is, if you put Travis Kelce, say this, if you put Jimmy Garoppolo, Travis Kelce, Jacoby Myers, and say Julian Edelman on the Patriots, isn't that a contending team?
Hold on. So here are the receivers. I'm trying to find the remote to pause this. Receivers still available: Kenny Golladay, Will Fuller, Juju Smith-Schuster, T.Y. Hilton, Curtis Samuel, Corey Davis, Sammy Watkins, Marvin Jones, Nelson Aguilar, Antonio Brown, A.J. Green. So those are the receiving options that are still out there.
I think Will Fuller's a legitimate option because if Houston's really doing what Caserio seems to be doing and just dumping everybody, Will Fuller's not going to want to go back there, right? So Will Fuller's a legit buy low option because of his injuries. Juju Smith-Schuster's going back to Pittsburgh. Ben just re-signed a year. Like, he's not going anywhere. T.Y. Hilton's not going anywhere.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if Juju back to Pittsburgh's 100% because that salary cap situation in Pittsburgh is a mess.
Unless they do you want Juju? Do you want Juju?
I do. I want Juju as a Patriot. I'd
rather them trade for Odell.
On that list, I really like Corey Davis. I wouldn't be some guy that just fits the mold, and I wouldn't be shocked if he comes here and just resurrects his career because it's kind of slowed down over the past couple of years. T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton might be a solid idea for the Patriots to go after.
I look at T.Y. Hilton and think Reggie Wayne.
But
he'll come here and go, man, I'm not having fun.
No, but Reggie Wayne was done at that point. I don't think T.Y. Hilton's done yet.
Who's the Colts quarterback now? Who's the Colts quarterback now?
It's Carson Wentz.
It's Carson Wentz. Right. Okay. If I'm T.Y. Hilton and the Colts offer me a contract, big if, right? Do you want to play for Carson Wentz or TBD?
Probably Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
And especially with the Colts, they're in a good position where they have a good run game, a good offensive line, good defense.
And Carson Wentz is good enough for that team to still be in the hunt and have a chance. Do you want to come to New England TBD?
Right.
Who knows?
The Patriots I think they'll get a receiver. I think Bill, like I was saying, I think Bill's going to be aggressive.
It's going to be Adam Humphries. It's going to be Adam freaking Humphries.
He wanted him originally.
I know. It's going to be Adam freaking Humphries.
Adam Humphries chose Tennessee over.
And then Danny Amendola comes back. Just kidding.
Just bring the whole band back together. Get Van Noy
Kyle
back.
Van Noy, Deron Harmon,
Hey, but here's something for you guys. Remember when the Patriots traded for Brandon Cooks?
Yes.
Remember that move was supposed to be for Jimmy? Who's not to say that maybe you go out and trade for Cooks again? If Garoppolo comes back, give him a receiver and Cooks.
Houston is fair play for those receivers because no one wants to be there. Their quarterback's up abandoning ship. Will Fuller or Cooks would be great. Jimmy Garoppolo needs to be the quarterback of the Patriots. Like, I want this to happen now because that's the only thing that makes me entertained at all next year. Quarterback. Like, who else besides Cam Newton won't even interest me anymore. Like, if anybody but Jimmy Garoppolo is at quarterback next year, who would it be that makes you interested in watching the quarterback position?
No, for me, nobody.
Maybe Mac Jones, if you're like drafting a guy.
Mac Jones or
Trey Lance.
Mac Jones or
but
Trey
you're talking
Lance.
the draft. But you're talking the draft at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's no one else there besides the draft except for Jimmy Garoppolo that gets me. Okay.
Right. There's no other veterans that are like, oh, wow, this team will actually be worth watching in 2021.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, but no one wants to do that.
No, he's probably going to lean toward – he's probably going to retire. That would be my guess.
He wants to keep playing, too. Oh, he wants to keep playing. He's got the itch. He's got the fire.
Yeah, well,
Fitzmagic still is alive, Quag.
Fitzmagic's a small burning flame. It's a candle. The receiver that I would want to go after the most, I think, and I'm changing my mind a little bit, is actually Kenny Golladay.
He's not, there's no way, especially with Patricia back in the Patriots organization.
Hey, who knows? Who knows if Kenny Golladay? Listen, Bill Belichick, I know Patricia's here, and I know Patricia's a big problem when it comes to Lions players. I get that. But it's still Bill Belichick as the coach. And I think despite what people are saying, I'm even changing my tune on this a little bit. I think players still want to play for Bill Belichick, especially after the endorsement Cam Newton gave him on that show. Especially after that. But I think their receiver, I think they'll end up with a receiver that we'll be happy with.
Is Marvin Jones Jr. a free agent? Is it Marvin Jones Jr.?
Did I read that on the list? I think I did read that on the list.
Did you? Because he is someone that I think I just did the same thing. I wasn't sure if anyone knew off the top of her head as I Google it.
Marvin Jones Jr. Yeah, he's a free agent.
Okay. So I think he would fit in better. And I think he said that I remember someone asking him about that. Like, hey, would you want to play? And he's always backed Patricia. So you probably have a better chance of Marvin Jones Jr. coming. Now, if you could do Jr. and like Will Fuller and then bring in even Kyle Rudolph, that's a retool. And that's a pretty good one.
Listen,
I'm okay with that. Maybe draft a receiver at 15. I don't want him to because I don't trust Bill to do it, but like maybe draft a receiver at 15.
I think they're going defense at 15.
They're going freaking, what's his name? They're going Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons from Penn State. That's what's going to happen.
If they're going to pick defense or trade down.
But no, you do that. I'm happy with that because if you were able to get Hunter Henry, which I think is a possibility, I would not be shocked if Hunter Henry ended up here. And if you get one of these top receivers who are on the market.
Bill loves Hunter Henry. Oh, my God.
He does. Mm-hmm. And if you get Jimmy Garoppolo in here in the next 7 days, hell, I want this podcast to be outdated by the time it's out in the morning. I want Jimmy to be the Patriots quarterback tomorrow morning. And not because I think he's the best option out there. I think he's good. I think Jimmy's a good quarterback. But
isn't he, though? Isn't he the best option that we have out there?
Well, then if hypothetically, like, I don't know, Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. Those are if we're going to be literal, those are the best options that are potential. But if you can get one of those guys, if you can get Jimmy in here, and then I think that could attract between Bill Belichick and Jimmy Garoppolo, who, guys, he was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. You can get him in there, Hunter Henry and a receiver. Then your receiving core, your pass catchers are Hunter Henry.
Insert receiver.
Solid receiver A. Julian
Jacoby
Myers. And
now N'Keal Harry becomes your fourth option, which is fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, dare I say N'Keal Harry? I don't know.
He's still on this team. They still buy on him. I'm telling you, they still trust that guy.
And then you also still have that solid run game.
Yep.
People forget how good they were last year, the run position.
The run position was awesome. It was the best part of the team.
Like Damian Harris is now as a running back one in this league.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I think, listen, if Jimmy comes here, and this was going to be the second question of the night, but we have to roll on to the last one. Just wrapping up the Patriots talk here. Would the Patriots getting Jimmy make them legit AFC threats? And if you make these moves, it's going to be more than Jimmy. If it's just Jimmy, no. But if you're going to make more moves, receivers, tight ends, then yeah, I think so.
I was saying, if you're assuming that they make the other moves, which you kind of have to, they can't go back to what they had last year. If they do, that's ridiculous. You have to assume they make some sort of moves for weapons. If you bring me Jimmy Garoppolo weapons with this offensive line, we keep boasting it up, with that offensive line, the run game, and the retooled defense, which you know is coming, yeah, of course they do. And maybe, and at that point, you even have to trade Stephon Gilmore, and then you still have Stephon Gilmore on this team.
Hey,
like you might
bring back Malcolm Butler.
You could realistically win 10 games next year, maybe even 11 games if you bring in Jimmy Garoppolo and weapons.
I'm just kidding.
Stephon Gilmore, J.C. Jackson. Is Duron Harmon a free agent? Did I see that? Bring back Duron Harmon.
Yeah. Ben Volen had that one.
Kyle Van Noy could come back still. Like, guys, there's plenty. I trust him on the defense. And if you draft like Micah Parsons, right? I trust him on the defensive side. Give me some options. Jimmy Garoppolo comes in. They're right there with the Colts, if not better. And the Colts were 11-5 last year.
All right, let's move on here. We're gonna have a lot more Patriots talk as the offseason goes on.
Hopefully next week, Jimmy G.
Hopefully next week the Patriots have a quarterback. But it's because Al's on a time crunch here. It's not me for the first time in a while. Let's talk a little bit of Celtics, because I went on my tangent a few weeks ago about how Celtics fans want the world. They want all these great players, but they refuse to trade anybody. It's been the story of the past 6 seasons. Every time there's a name out there, Celtics fans are like, yes, let's get this player. And then when it comes to actually trading to get the player, like, no, I don't want to trade that guy. No. What if we traded like the 8th man on the bench and a 5th round draft pick? Would you guys do that? Every single time. Now, there are rumors again. This rumor I think has come up in years past. Vucevic, another name I can't pronounce.
Nikola Vucevic.
Vucevic, buddy.
Vucevic.
Jared, we gotta give him a class on how to speak.
I can't read.
Yeah, I've tried. Not possible.
Vucci.
The
There's
V-Man.
There's rumors that the Celtics are interested. The
Voochmeister.
The Celtics are interest kings #2 in this town, right behind the Red Sox this offseason.
Okay, they might be. Let's be real. They might be number 1 though. Like
overall,
the,
yes.
the Celtics are in on everybody all the time and then do nothing.
Right, and that's why again, don't get your fucking hopes up, guys. Don't get your hopes up that the Celtics are going to make a move here because, as we've seen year after year after year, is they usually don't. So don't get your hopes up here.
This is what you're going to hear, Nick. This is what you're going to hear. Yeah, we had a bunch of trade offers, but it takes 2 people to trade, and we didn't like. We liked some players out there, but we made our offers and it wasn't accepted. But we like what we have on our team. We're in a really good spot with Jason and Jalen and Kemba, and we like our team a lot, and we think we're a championship team the way we're built. That's what you're going to hear.
Accurate interpretation.
Right. So now here's my question that I posed to you guys in the text, and you've probably had some time to think about it. For Vucci, baby. Would you be willing to give up? I'm not saying both, but maybe it takes both. Marcus Smart
Doesn't take both.
and or Robert Williams. Dude, he's going to take a haul.
Yeah, it doesn't take both of them though. Like the Celtics don't have other assets. No, go ahead.
Who are the other assets?
All I was going to say
Peyton
was
Pritchard
no.
and Aaron Nesmith.
All the young bucks. Yeah, dude, Nesmith's valuable. You could trade Nesmith.
But this is
Nesmith
what we do every year. We just want to take all the crap at the end and throw it at teams to get good players.
Like the other players I get, but Nesmith isn't crap.
Nesmith is not crap. I'm sorry. And a lot of these guys aren't crap, but I just don't know if the Magic are going to take
but if you're the Magic
for Vooch.
Okay, but if you're the Magic and you go Marcus Smart,
Whoa! You have never, ever said that you want to trade Marcus Smart before.
This is how much I value Time Lord. This is how much I value Time Lord.
Wow.
Look,
it's been years of talking Marcus Smart with you. You've never one time.
I've pumped his tires. ESPN New Hampshire, man. I beat this to the death. But look, that's how long it's been. How long ago was that? That was a while ago now. And you do Marcus Smart, and you can probably throw in it. If you trade Marcus Smart, you don't have to get rid of Nesmith because Marcus Smart's the value.
I would love to keep. I think Nesmith is going to be still a phenomenal pick.
100%. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. So I'd say Javonte Green, but they won't trade Javonte Green. They like him. So if you look at you trade Marcus Smart, maybe Tremont Waters, and then one other player, one of the crap ones, Carson Edwards, and a pick. That gets you Vooch, right? Like, that should be good enough to get you Vooch.
Vooch is good, man.
And Vooch is a stud, dude. How old is Vooch? Like 20-something? Like,
he's mid-20s, but the thing that's kind of...
Yeah, but if you trade Marcus Smart, the lot, look what you traded for KG. The only person that panned out was Al Jefferson.
Right.
Like, and you traded like 9 guys to get Kevin Garnett.
I know.
Like,
but the thing with Vucevic, though, is that contract, man. That contract scares me. $25 million a year.
But he fits into the exemption, though, right?
You would fit... Yeah, that's true. I forget about that.
That's what you need. You're using the exemption here. That's what the point of it is.
Oh, that gives me tingles. Oh, that's perfect.
He fits into the exemption. You trade Marcus Smart and some crap to go along with it. You don't have to. I'm not getting rid of Time Lord. Quags, I refuse.
That I agree with.
I am much more open to trading Marcus Smart than I am trading Time Lord.
And I've been big about like his stats don't show. Yeah, me too. You know that, but like. Look what they've done. I know they had their spurt, but I don't think that was because Marcus Smart wasn't on the court. Like, they just won 4 games in a row in a pretty difficult stretch before the break without Marcus Smart. Look, I don't think Kemba's a long-term answer at point guard. I think they need to find somebody out there for them to play, for the Tatum Browns of the world to play together with eventually. But
Donovan Mitchell wants to be here so bad, I'm telling you.
Dude, that or Bradley Beal. Like, I'm still convinced Bradley Beal wants to play with Tatum more than anything.
Listen, you get Vooch and you get one of those two. For the first time since 2015, since we've been having these conversations, since we've been lying to ourselves, the Celtics
we're still lying to ourselves.
Yeah, but this is a pipe dream that I don't really know if it's actually a pipe dream.
It's not a pipe dream because it's actually realistic. They can pull it off.
It's realistic, and the fact that he fits in the trade exemption is massive. If you're able to get these two, you're actually a legitimate contender that can play with anyone.
But see, I don't think the Bradley Beals of the world or Donovan Mitchell doesn't come now. Like, they don't come now.
They come over.
And Donovan Mitchell doesn't even come because he loves Utah. Like, he's a big. But that's his team. And they're so good, dude.
He loves Tatum and Brown. Loves them.
Okay, you better hope that the Celtics stay good and doesn't pull Tatum and Brown that way. That's all I'm saying. Like, you better hope Dan doesn't mess this up and Tatum and Brown don't go to Utah.
That's true. That is
Because
true.
that could also happen.
So
I think that's more likely. That is more likely for Donovan Mitchell to play with both of them than him coming to Boston.
So I think the consensus is that, Al, would you trade Marcus Smart for him?
Marcus Smart, yes. Time Lord, no.
See,
You just changed your tune. I'm sorry. Al's reaction, you're like, no. And then I said something, and you're like, oh, never mind. Yeah. Did I change your mind? Or you just not want to have this argument? Or do you just not want to have this argument?
Did he just disappear?
No.
I think I broke Al.
No. I'm here. I'm here.
I think I broke Al.
I was waiting for Quags to talk.
I was just he's talking. Yeah, but Jared was talking to you, so I was waiting for you to talk.
I broke Al. I broke
Al.
I
thought you were talking to Quags. That's my bad.
Oh, no. He was talking to you.
Directly to you.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
That's why I legit thought, like, when you signed, I was like, oh, we can see him, but he can't see us anymore. Look, we got to wrap up the show here. We got to get Al out of here, but seriously, I would definitely trade Marcus Smart for him. I would consider Time Lord too. I would. Vooch is that. I mean,
good. If you could squeak Bradley Beal now, I'd do it. But I don't think you're gonna be able to get him now. And he's a free agent next year. After next year, he's got one more year.
I think after next year.
Do a quick Google search on that, and just to finish this Vooch conversation. Also, keep this in mind here. He is not a free agent until 2023.
It's a solid trade, man.
It's a great trade, and it's $26 million this year, 24 next year, 22 the year after that. That would be one of the best trades Danny Ainge has ever made.
Bradley Beal has a player option for 22-23, so he's got one more year under contract, and then as a player option. What the ideal situation here?
Out of town.
I mean, the ideal situation here is you trade for Vooch now, lock him in, bring him in town, and then when Kemba Walker's time to go, bye-bye, you bring in Bradley Beal.
Hashtag free Bradley Beal.
Hashtag free the crap out of Bradley Beal.
Yep.
And
him and Tatum. Can you just think about that, Quags? Him
amazing.
And Tatum with Jaylen Brown.
And
Vooch and Robert Williams. There you go.
Electric.
I don't think that's happening, but it would be electric.
I think this is
so
for the
logical.
First time.
It actually makes sense.
I think it's a real possibility.
Vooch isn't a high-level target.
Maybe.
Vooch isn't trading for James Harden. Vooch is Vooch. And then Bradley Beal legitimately could come here in free agency because he wants to play with Tatum. Like, it's a legit thing.
All right, that's it. Couch Guys Sports Podcast, episode number 198 in the books. Nick Quaglia, Jared Scally, and Al Nahigian. Guys, you cannot follow us on Twitter because our podcast account got suspended for no reason. I appealed it.
Suck it, Twitter. You suck.
I appealed it. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I don't know. There's no reason. They didn't tell me anything.
You guys are idiots.
I just went to go tweet from it, and it was gone. It said error, and then I searched it for my personal account, and it said suspended. So I got to figure that out, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them. But, yeah, follow us on Couch Guy Sports at Couch Guy Sports. Use CouchGuy20 at Manscaped.com to get 20% off and free shipping at the website with the best manscaping tools in the game. Follow us also on Twitter as well at NickQuag, at Jared_Scally, and at Big Al. What are the numbers?
2793.
2793. We will talk to you guys next week. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.
See you.